Hey guys, it's Sam. You know, it's always good to prevent suicide from occurring. Some people commit suicide for lots of different reasons. Ever had the thought where you thought of committing suicide? I've had thoughts of committing suicide twice. I'll tell you my reasons of why. Number one, now, the middle of 7th grade, I came to believe that I was the biggest loser in my whole school. I'll tell you why I thought that. Number one, so I have autism, and my autism is mild. I've dealt with a lot of challenges because of my disability, and because of my autism is mild, I had no idea that these challenges were occurring because of my disability. I had no idea. Number two, now, there's been a lot of hectic things going on in middle school, and I didn't know that they were occurring because middle school is a tricky time because of the transitional period to teen. Number three, now, the counselor thought that I had an assigned seat at lunch and was only permitted to sit with the folks from friendship group. So, the counselor was concerned that the popular boys would be too much for me after I got a crew change. So, as a result, she gave me an assigned seat and was only permitted to sit with the folks from friendship group. But I didn't like it because I have friends who aren't in friendship group. I am one of the popular boys, and it was lowering my popularity life, and I thought my guidance counselor was doing it for punishment. And I was so confused because I worked really hard to follow the rules and I did nothing wrong. And, it's kind of complicated because, remember, sometimes separation can occur for punishment, but that is not the only reason why. There are many other reasons why separation or assigned seats at lunch can occur. Number four, now, there were some experiences I was frustrated that I never got to experience when I was younger. And number five, now, when I was in kindergarten, I had a crush on a girl. And despite me no longer interested in her when it came to 1st grade, for years, my family members would still tease me about her. They would enforce me to be with her. They wouldn't move on from her. They wouldn't drop it. They wouldn't accept the fact that I'm no longer interested in her. They wouldn't let it go. They did none of that. See? Because, I was like, everyone else gets their freedom. Why don't I? Can't I just date a girl that I'm interested in? Yeah, and, I, didn't like it. And last, but not least, of why I thought I was the biggest loser in the whole middle school. Now, every time my friends who aren't in friendship group threw a party, I was never invited. When I was in middle school, I was in this friendship group called Men's Group. Men's Group met in the counseling center once a week during lunch and once a month in the Dean's Lounge during lunch. Now, a lot of the times, the folks from Men's Group would throw a party that only included folks from Men's Group and no other friends. They were thrown all the time at random occasions, which apparently I didn't know that those Men's Group only parties were keeping me in a bubble. I didn't know that, making me a lot more associated with the Men's Group folks. I didn't know that. I hope you liked my reasons about why I thought I was the biggest loser in my whole middle school. And I hope you liked it. Remember, think about why these reasons occurred. Don't go too far with trying to commit suicide.